Halo CD Bestie Aku Bear. Check out my interview with CreativeDisc, the #1 music website in Indonesia.
Hello, CD Bestie. Welcome back to CreativeDisc exclusive interview with me, Luthfi. And right now we have a guest coming from US right now, and she has a very interesting music because she released new song called Slut Face. Oh my goodness! And her catalog is including Your Internet Sucks. Wow. And she's got by the way, she's got viral by her single called Meant to Be, and it's very viral in Indonesia. It got 60 million play in here. And right now, this is my guest. This is Bear. How are you?
Hello. I'm so good. Thank you. That was such a lovely introduction. I feel.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. That was very.
Thank you so much too. Yeah. Because your title song is very explain everything, I think.
I think it really does. Actually, a lot of the titles are, yes, very honest music, I would say.
Okay, let's talk about it later. So, yeah. So before we started, I wanted to know what kind of activity that you are doing recently.
Sorry, what kind of
activity that you're doing? Yes.
Right now I am prepping for my first ever North American headline tour. So wow. That has definitely taken over my life. It's been very fun rehearsing with my band and just doing all of the busy work that is sort of included in that. And then I have been taking up bouldering recently, which has been very fun. That's like rock climbing without ropes.
Oh, wow. Is it like exciting and is it to extremes?
That's my new hobby. It's less extreme, but it's definitely like a full body workout, and it's very fun. It's very fun. Very underrated, I would say.
Wow, I must try.
Yeah, I would recommend it to anyone.
Okay, so hobbies, but... yeah. So first thing first, I want to introduce you to our viewer with a question like, who is Bear? Can you describe yourself?
I'm from Minnesota, which actually I think says a lot. I'm very Minnesotan. I definitely grew up here, and I'm a big Star Wars fan, and I overthink absolutely everything and write songs about everything that plagues me and my heart and my friends and everything. Like nothing is safe as far as content goes. And I definitely really love to travel. I studied in the UK and used to live in Norway before I moved over to the UK, but I've never made it as far as Indonesia. So that's like at the top of my list.
Oh, I hope you will get into here too someday.
Yeah, I would really love that.
So, okay, so let's talk more about your music. So tell me more about your new album called Halfway. The more detail about it.
Yeah, I wrote the whole EP, all 6 songs they kind of surround the title track Halfway. And Halfway is about realizing and sort of accepting that there's this weird void after heartbreak, like after the first initial hurt that comes where you are feeling a little bit better, but you still like aren't quite over the hump yet. And I really, when I was writing these songs, I personally was in this void. And so writing this whole EP really helped me process those crazy emotions that like I was feeling while I was trying to start dating again after heartbreak, and remembering how weird and hard that is and awkward. And I was like processing a lot of things that weren't necessarily like sadness, but all of a sudden I remember feeling a little like angry and petty and frustrated. And so I wrote a song like called Your Internet Sucks. And totally like I was dating and like it was so hard and weird and awkward and I wasn't having a very good time. So slut phase came out of that like, whole story, and they're very much um it's a time capsule for this like year that I spent trying to figure out who I am after that big heartbreak. Yeah, I'm really excited that it's out. I think a lot of the emotions in it are emotions that I don't have a lot of songs in my playlist that like explain those. So it was really fun to write them for myself. And I just hope that people feel kind of validated and seen when they hear them, because they're really weird and kind of messy. And I'm really in love with the EP. Yeah, it feels like it came from my heart.
Oh, so your new EP is like a concept album for you?
Kinda. Yeah, I would say. I definitely like they felt like therapy. And that they're all very much things that I talked about in therapy
Mm.
as well. So I was processing these emotions while I was writing these songs and
Ooh.
sort of allowing them to feel parallel. And I think they're funny. They allow me to like laugh at myself while also
Mm.
like reminisce on those really intense emotions that you get when you're
Mm.
releasing something and looking for it blindly. So
But how do you channel that emotion? Because I think in half a EP is there many emotions that pour into a one track, because at one track you get acoustic song, and one track you get a very angsty song, very angry song. How can you pour the emotion into one EP, into one cohesive EP?
it definitely is a total roller coaster.
Oh
Like
wow.
every single song is up and down, and
Mm.
but I think truly I was feeling all of those things all at once. And so it really being able to sort of compartmentalize them into certain songs like actually really helped
Mm.
me like explain the big mess of emotions that I was sort of feeling. Because yeah, I wrote Over You and Slut
Uh,
Phase
yes.
on both like on opposite ends of the EP. I wrote those in the same, I like back to back days. So like the
Mm.
first day I went and wrote Slut Phase in like the session with my friends in the UK, and then the day
Mm.
after that I wrote Over You, and they're so different. And they cover different parts of me, but I think it's because there's like no part of healing in that process that is linear, right? You don't like just go down the line and you don't walk
Mm.
through a puddle and you don't like it's not from A to B. Like you experience
Yes. Mm.
everything one step forward, two steps back,
Mm.
like three jumps up, four, like I mean, it's crazy.
Mm.
And they all sort of simultaneously exist at once. At least they did for me. I mean, everyone's healing process is very different, but this
Indeed.
EP, all of its messes, like
True,
definitely
true.
came from that roller coaster that I felt like I was on.
But is it challenging to convey your emotion into a song? Because I
Absolutely.
know it's
Yes.
very, very challenging.
I'm very lucky to have collaborated on the whole EP with some people that I just hold really close to me. Like
Mm.
everybody that I wrote these songs with are all I consider really
Oh.
good friends. But no, it was really fun to dive in and just talk about these things with people and then write the song about it and really be honest with ourselves as we were doing it. And yeah, I don't know. I think it would have been a very different EP if I wrote the whole thing by myself. But
Mm.
very fun that I was able to sort of compare and contrast and really like be honest with myself and my friends about these things that I was experiencing, and then they really helped me pull the best stuff out, and it was really fun. But it's a very hard thing to do, like to sit down and stare your like feelings in the face and write lyrics
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah, yeah.
think about it all the time. It's hard, it's really
Mm.
strange. I don't know why we do it to ourselves, but we really do. Like it's like the
But
curse of like being an artist is like having to be in pain all the time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because art is pain. You
Yeah.
can make a good art without being in a pain.
I mean, there's a lot of beautiful art that comes from happiness and not pain,
Yes.
but the art that comes from pain too is beautiful, and I think yeah, there's two sides to that coin, really.
Yeah. I think your friends really really help you with this EP to convey your emotion.
I think our friends help us through hard times in
Yeah.
general, right? And this was definitely an effort in that direction. Like every time we sat down to write one of these songs, I actually just felt like maybe I was venting to a friend and really needed to get something off my chest and like process it with another person. And really, I mean, when I was writing
Ah.
songs, I didn't necessarily like think that any of them were going to be coming out like that. It was never, I wrote this EP because I knew I had to write an EP, but I wasn't like chasing this, like, oh, like that could, I don't know, go viral, or oh, like this could be a really good song on the radio, or if I did this, then something with my music career could go really well. Like, I just actually, I was very lucky to be in a place where like I had to write these songs for me. And so it's really fun that that's like where the EP was born out of, and that I got to do with my friends who really know me that well, and like we could joke about all of the weird stuff I was talking about the whole time. I mean, Boys Who Kiss You in Their Car, the second song on the EP, I
Yes.
absolutely, I had that title written in my notes app on my phone for like 6 months. And it was because I like for 6 months I was just going on horrible Tinder dates with all these boys who would wear like drive me around in their car, and we would listen to the 1975, and like it was like so specific. And I had
It's a true
written that
story.
down. It's like a full true story.
Oh,
And
oh
I
really?
absolutely, and I
Oh,
had written
good
like
Lord.
I just had that sentence in my notes. And on like the second time I ever wrote with my friends Brad and Casey in Minnesota, I walked into the room and I was just like going through potential titles, and that came up, and we all looked at each other. And we were like, what does this mean?
Right. Okay. Let's talk about your song called "Your Internet Sucks." You said that
Okay.
all of your song mostly is like a true story. Is "Your Internet Sucks" is based on true story, and
It's
why you pray you pray the boy that you hate or anything, I don't know. He can play Fortnite. Like, is that another game? I think we said Fortnite. It can
I
League
did.
of Legend, but why?
I did play Fortnite. Okay. It is
Oh my
based.
goodness! Oh Lord!
This is real. This is a very real story. I was very in love, and I dated someone for a few, like a year. But we
No
sorry,
way!
I
It
get
could be
nervous
real.
every time I
Oh
have
my
to.
goodness!
And there was this one time that it was during the pandemic, so it was all kind of crazy. And I had moved house, and I had new roommates and like some really new friends, and my boyfriend at the time was going to come and visit me
All
and
right.
meet my roommates, and we were all going to have a really nice dinner together, and I'd planned this thing, and he was going to stay for the weekend. And so he drove an hour to my new place, and I hadn't seen him in a month because it was coming out of one of the lockdowns in the UK. um and I had planned this like big elaborate meal I was going to cook. It took me 2 hours to make this meal that I ended up cooking for everybody. But he came and he drove an hour to get there, and I was so happy to see him. But when he showed up, he was like, "Hey, I'm just a little tired. I think like I just need to go and take like a 20-minute nap, and then I'll be good. Is that okay?" And I was like, "Of course, just go. You can lay in my..."
Okay.
And he didn't come down for 3 hours. And so I hung out with my roommates. My roommates were like, is he okay? And I thought maybe he was like feeling ill. But
Okay.
I brought him dinner. Like
Okay.
spent 2 hours making it. And I found him
Okay.
laying in my bed with a PlayStation 4 controller and Fortnite on his iPad, and he'd been playing that for 3 hours while I was downstairs cooking with my like flatmates and like trying to have. I mean, and I was just like, oh, and I kind of brushed it off at the time because, of course, but eventually
Oh my
fast
God.
forward like 6 months, and he ghosted me. He totally ripped my heart out. And it took me a year to really start to feel any of these like angry emotions or anything. But I was writing with my friends and Brad, and they were like, we want to write a happy song. And I was like, I don't need those. But I do have this story, and I told them that story. And Landon just is like, we're gonna write a song and there's gonna be a line in it. And I was like, okay. And I really like it's yeah.
Well, it's unbelievable because when I hear your internet sucks, I feel like this is like, I don't know. It can be like a parody song. It's like borderline parody song. It's borderline comedy song. I think because I think like your I hope your internet sucks. I pray your internet sucks so you can play Fortnite anymore. Like is this real? I don't know if it's coming from real story, but it's. Yeah.
Very much coming from a real story. I love the song because it is totally a joke. Like we wrote it as a joke. We wrote it, we laughed our asses off the whole time. It was so fun. And I just remember feeling like really seen. And it was the first time I allowed myself to like really look at this and be like, what on earth? Like I deserve way better than that, but B, this story is hilarious. And so yeah, we definitely wrote it as a bit of a parody in itself. And then I think like I sent it to my manager and I said like, oh, I know this will never come out, but it felt good to get this off my chest. And my manager was like, there, this is the best song. We have to put this on your EP. I was like, oh my God, you mean I have to say these things out loud and like talk about it? And like, this is going to be a thing now. But yeah, it's been really fun because weirdly, I mean, I am not the only person that can relate to this song. I hear from people all the time. They're like, yeah, stole the words right out my mouth. And it's kind of crazy to think about, really. But I'm really happy because it's not like I hope that you crash your car. I hope that you're worst life ever. I hope that you never find love or happiness and you never date again. It's not at all. It's like, oh, remember that time you hurt me a little bit? Well, I hope your internet is bad when you're about to win. Like it's like I don't know. Like I just wish minor inconveniences on you instead of this like life full of dread. But just a little karma would be good if that's okay, And I really love the sentiment of that, and I think it's humorous and it makes me smile every time I talk about it because it is just so flippin' ridiculous.
It's so dumb. I think it's so very dumb, but it's very very interesting. The most interesting. I still can't think about it because when I heard the lyric, like I know that your internet it's 2 a.m. in London, probably get this in the morning, and you find out that your boyfriend is playing Fortnite. I think it's like, oh my God, this is so. I don't know. I'm beyond lost at words because wow, this is very very unique track. But this is very very important question. Did your internet sucks when you're playing Fortnite? Did you ever?
I actually, since putting this song on, I feel like I've like cursed myself because my internet connection has gone down. So don't speak it into existence, people. Manifesting that is dangerous. But no, I definitely I have played Fortnite once or twice. I am not personally that good at it. I'm like really bad at anything where I have to use both my thumbs at the same time. So no, like I usually watch people play video games, but yeah, no, since putting the song on, I think I've accidentally cursed myself and my friends for bad internet connection. I'm pretty impressed with our internet connection right now, to be honest. This is the best it's been in a while. Yeah.
Okay. Do you play any video games besides Fortnite?
I'm really into Lego Star Wars.
Oh, Lego Star Wars.
Pretty good for Lego games. I do have a Switch, and I really love Animal Crossing. I mean, I was addicted to that just like everyone else. Don't have 5 stars on my island yet though. And I don't know what else. I think like Lego Stars is like the big one. Any of the Lego games were really big in my like childhood.
But first thing first, let's put aside on music first. Why you love Star Wars so much?
I just do. I grew up on that, like
really?
My whole childhood, very, very Star Wars oriented. And then again, I sort of revisited it in the pandemic, and like watching the Star Wars animated series were kind of like my happy place in that weird, horrible thing that the whole world was going through. So no, I'm such a Star Wars fan. It's very true. I know that I've like mentioned it like 4 times in this interview already.
No, it's all
But
right.
I like went to Disneyland last month and I went and bought my and like was able to build my own lightsaber, and it was like the happiest I've ever been in my entire life. Period.
How many times what do you think about the newest Star Wars series? Like the Mandalorian one. What do you think?
Oh, amazing. I'm
Really?
so here for the new like Disney like series. Like I really liked Andor. I love all of the Ahsoka content that we're getting in Mandalorian. Like that's my dream. And I'm really looking forward to her show coming out too. I think that'll be sick. But no, I'm a huge like I really like what they've done with it. And
Really?
I mean, the original trilogy will always hold my heart. Empire Strikes Back is my favorite movie of all time. But I'm really excited to be getting a little bit more like just Star Wars lore. I think it's super cool.
Okay, what's your take about the episode 7, 8, 9? Hmm.
Like I said, the original trilogy holds my heart. No,
Yeah.
I love the characters. And I
Really?
like how there were all the parallels in the 7th movie to like New Hope. I thought that was actually really cool and like very much for the fans, it felt. But I don't know. I think there's something really special about the original 6 movies even, but the first like 4, 5, and 6 are just, you can't really match them, can you? In my perspective. But
Indeed. Because I didn't like so much about the 8 and 9.
you know, everybody hates on Phantom Menace, but I actually think it's kind of a classic. There's some like horrible, like sitting through the pod races scene, not fun. But I actually have like turned a corner with it, and I really enjoy it. It's a bit camp now for me, and it's good. I enjoy it. And I think as well, like watching all of the animated series, like just gave me so much more, like context. And
Yeah.
so revisiting those prequels and stuff has been really fun, just like as a fan. But yeah. We should stop talking about Star Wars. I will actually get really nerdy on you, and that is not a good look. So
And no. It's all. I think it's very very all right because sometimes, music is like we know it, but we know it. Your internet sucks. You're on the slap face with anything, but
yeah, I'm a slut for Star Wars. Give me Chewbacca any day.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So this is the very very we've got a few questions left. So tell me, what's the life after Mean to Be becoming viral?
Oh gosh, that was the most outrageous thing that's ever happened to me ever. Just in like the most beautiful way too. I think like I was releasing music when Meant to Be went viral, but I had never had a reaction to anything that I'd ever made like that before. So it was really stunning, and I just remember feeling really seen, and like it wasn't even about the numbers or the song, but like that song especially, Meant to Be, was about a relationship that I ended right before the pandemic had started, right out of college. And I just remember thinking like, oh, this is kind of complex and I don't really know if anybody's going to get it. And I think as an individual, I mean, people that do what we do too, I think like it's hard to actually ever feel like people are going to understand you. And we sort of have this complex where we're like, wow, we're really special, and we experience ooh, like poor me, I'm the person, I've been through this horrible thing. And I learned a lot about just how not unique certain situations are when you really like, you got to get off a pedestal sometimes. And when Meant to Be went viral and everyone was like, I get this, I really like was able to take that on and be like, dang, it's cool that we all do experience these like really complex sort of emotions. And I just learned a lot about music and what it means to be like a songwriter and stuff, and just a human. And I felt really validated and like seen as like a human emotionally with that song. I'm really happy that that viral moment happened with that song, because that was like a hard thing for me to say out loud. So it was really beautiful, the reaction and people sharing their stories with me. Just felt really magical. And I don't really ever think anything will top it. Like, I don't know. I love every single song I've written. I love a lot of songs more than I love Meant to Be now too, because of the way I like, people grow. But it really was so transformative, and my life changed flipped upside down after that. And now I get to play live shows, and it definitely was like a step in the right direction for propelling like my dream of being a musician into the right direction. And it's put me in rooms with people I've always dreamed of collaborating with. And no, I feel really lucky that found the right people. It was really cool.
Wow. That's such like a great story, a very, very great answer.
Thank you. I've had a lot of things about Meant to Be, really. I mean, truly, especially with Charlie too. I was really happy that happened with him. We were such good friends at the point of writing that as well. And it was a really special moment to share with someone too. And I feel really, really lucky that song has traveled as far as it has. It's crazy.
All right. Okay. So the next question it's very, very hard question anyway. Many artists can catch up with this interview. With this question, sorry. Okay, so mention 5 things we didn't know about you. Besides, you are a big Star Wars fans.
5 things you didn't know about me?
Yes.
I speak Norwegian fluently.
Huh? Really?
Bilingual.
Can you speak a little bit Norwegian? Can you speak?
Ja, det kan jeg. Det noe spesielt du vil jeg skal si, eller?
Oh my God.
Special you want me to say? I don't know. I studied there, and I like my heritage is very Norwegian, and yeah, I just
wow.
But I am bilingual, and then my accent is probably very American, and I'm gonna regret watching this back later, but it doesn't matter. Number 2, when I was 10, I got a black belt in Taekwondo. Yeah, it was awesome. It was super cool. When I was 14,
this is the most randomest things.
Well, you asked
I've ever heard on this morning.
About 5 random things. I speak Norwegian. Yeah. I'm a black belt in Taekwondo. Yeah. You can kick my ass. I'm not actually anymore, but when I was 10, I was a badass.
It can be your favorite movie or favorite TV series. Oh, really?
I'm vegan. That's a fun fact about me. That my favorite movie is Empire Strikes Back, but
Empire Strikes Back.
Sorry?
Besides Empire Strikes Back.
Besides that?
Yeah.
I recently watched Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I think that's my new favorite movie. It was stunning. It's fantastic. So good. Yes. Oh, wait, is that 4 or 3? Yes. Oh, that's 4. And so I just need 1 more. Fun facts about me. This is hard. I see why people get stumped on this.
Okay, I give a clue from my side.
Okay, give a clue.
What's your favorite video game of all time?
Again, I don't really play video games. I really you know what? Another fun fact about me. Have you ever played the board game Catan?
I really wait. I've actually seen it.
I'm really good at Catan. That's my 5th fun fact about me. I haven't lost a Catan game in 3 years. Yeah.
Oh my God! It's like this is like I think I've the variation of Catan. I forget. I sucks on this game anyway.
It's really fun. Very good.
It's really fun, but it's very complicated, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of like strategy to it as well. But I think
Yeah.
a lot of it's luck sometimes. I mean, it really just at a it's about rolling the right dice. So it's crazy. Yeah. I
Okay,
think
so
five really boring fun facts about me. So
no,
sorry.
no, 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 no. It's very, very interesting. Yeah, I mean it.
I'll take it.
Okay, so very, very last question. So, what's next for Bear?
I'm going on my first ever headline tour, and it's
Congratulations.
very fun. Thank you so much. It's very surreal. That's definitely one thing that, like, yeah, you asked about how life has changed since Meant to Be. I mean, now I tour, and it's been such a big part of my life. But I'm really excited. And I'm also going to be playing a lot of festivals in the UK this summer, which I'm really looking forward to. And I'm working on my third EP. So there's going to be new music this year too, which I'm really looking forward to sharing with everyone. But
Okay, I think your new EP will be talk about your iPhone sucks, or maybe your 5G sucks, or maybe your coverage signal sucks. I don't know.
I
I'm
like
still
it.
waiting for your surprise.
No, this is really good inspiration actually, and I'm gonna write these things
Oh
down.
damn!
Yeah.
You should give me royalty next.
Ooh, well played. I'm not gonna lie. Well played. That was clever. You got me there.
Okay, so thank you so much for this very, very long and oh my god, it's very, very interesting interview. It makes my morning in Jakarta, you know.
Oh, this was very, very lovely. Thanks for the chat. And
Yes, yes,
hope you have the
yes.
best day. I know it's brand new
Yes.
for you. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. And okay, CD Bestie, thank you so much for this for watching this interview. And this is very, very interview. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe on CreativeDisc YouTube and see creativedisc.com. And don't forget to follow all Bear social media. Can you promote it?
Yeah, please follow me on social media. I'm at Hey There It's Bear everywhere. So
Okay, hey is Bear.
Hey There It's Bear.
B-E-R, not
PR.
B-E-A-R. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, thank you so much for this interview, Bear. I'm Luthfi
Oh,
signing
thank you.
out. Thank you. Bye bye.